Day 2 at Disneyland Shanghai, and this was the big one. Roller coasters that had us both losing it, the newest part of the entire park, and a parade that caught us completely off guard. Let's get into it. First order of business, coffee. Then it was down to breakfast. The breakfast spread here is no joke. Pastries, dumplings, bacon, eggs, cereal. They had it all, and we loaded up. Carson zeroed in on the Mickey waffles, and that was basically the rest of breakfast handled. After breakfast, we swung by to get some pictures with Mickey and Minnie. Carson is so photogenic, he loves saying hi to the characters every chance he gets. After that, we didn't waste any time and we got straight into the park. The first place we went to was the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and we barely had to wait at all since we had premier access passes. Carson was so excited at this point, not even a hint of nerves. I wasn't expecting much from this ride, but I was wrong. It's got a couple steep drops and some sharp turns that genuinely caught us off guard. Way more fun than I thought it would be. The crazy part to me is that they basically built an entire mountain just so this ride could go through and around it. Carson came running out of there absolutely buzzing. After that, it started raining pretty hard, but we came prepared with ponchos and umbrellas, so we kept moving. We headed straight for Tomorrowland, and the whole area has this clean, futuristic look to it. Very fitting for what I was about to get on. Tron was the ride I'd been looking forward to most. I recently watched the movie, so walking through that queue with all the neon lights and dark corridors, I genuinely felt like I was inside of that world. And this is the boarding area. This ride doesn't have a normal seat. You're basically leaning forward like you're on a motorcycle. And I just happened to get front seats. The ride pulls out of the station, stops, counts down, and then just launches. You go from 0 to flying over the entrance in seconds. People below can actually see you shoot past overhead. After that, the ride is mostly inside, so there isn't a lot to see on camera. But trust me, the ride itself is insane. Sherry caught me coming off the ride. The first thing I told her was that leaning forward like that the whole time, I could feel my breakfast trying to come up. After Tron, we had a birthday lunch booked inside the castle. And this isn't something you get to do at most Disney parks. Shanghai has the largest Disney castle ever built, and it's one of the few where you can actually go inside. When we walked in, the staff treated us like royalty returning home. The whole interior is stunning. Grand staircases, ornate details everywhere. They gave Carson a birthday crown, and the Disney characters were walking around in full royal attire taking photos with guests. Carson was in his element. When the food came out, the presentation was next level. Everything was beautifully plated. Soup served in a little Cinderella carriage. Mickey Mouse shapes cut into the food. Sherry got the fish, I went for the sirloin, and Carson had spaghetti and meatballs. Honestly, the food was just okay. I've grilled a better steak at home, but we still enjoyed it. Then the desserts came out and redeemed everything. Fruit platters, a Little Mermaid ice cream, and a Mickey Mouse birthday cake. And then they came and sang happy birthday to us. It's funny how nobody knows what to do with their face when happy birthday is being sung to them. Exhibit A. The cake was actually really good, and it reminded me of something I keep noticing living in China. The bakeries here are on another level. After lunch, we headed out to rent a stroller by the front gate. Carson had already put in a full day of work, and we still had plenty left to do. Next up was Zootopia, the newest area in the park, which is exactly why it was packed. Even with the clouds, it was still really hot and humid on this day. But the lines here are all air conditioned with fans, so we got straight in line for Zootopia Hot Pursuit. No matter how many times I saw it and how many lines I got into, it still really impressed me how detailed these cues were. Like, look at this. If there weren't people in these shots, you would think that it was actually from the Zootopia movie. It's incredible. Maybe one downside about having the Premier Access passes is that we didn't get to see all the details in the line. So what makes this ride different is that it's completely trackless, and it's the first one like it in the whole park. No rails and no fixed path. They use sensors in the floor to guide the car, similar to how automated guided vehicles work in warehouses. And because there's no track locking it in place, the car can spin, pivot, and face different directions at just the right moment. Wind blowing in your face, the car bouncing based on what's happening. And you're actually moving through different scenes instead of sitting in one spot staring at a screen. If you've done those stationary rides at Universal Studios with the 3D glasses, you know how sick that can make you feel. This is nothing like that.
Say hi.
Carson loved it. He couldn't wait to get off and tell his mom everything.
Really? Yeah. Fun?
After Zootopia, we headed to Winnie the Pooh, a much simpler, calmer ride by comparison. I watched a lot of Winnie the Pooh growing up, so seeing it all played out like this was honestly pretty nostalgic. It was nothing too flashy, but a nice little break after the chaos of Zootopia. Next up was Alice in Wonderland. The whole path in is designed like you're walking straight into the world. Trees curling overhead, signs made to look like great giant storybook pages. About halfway through, there's this great view of the castle. After winding through a little maze, we landed at the tea party scene. Carson was not a fan of this talking rabbit. He wanted to leave after that.
I'm scared
And right as we were finishing up our day, about to head towards the exit of the park, the parade stopped us in our tracks. As we watched the parade go by, our day was coming to an end. And just standing there, I started to think about how lucky I was to be here, to have my family with me, to get to experience moments like this with my son. These are the kind of memories that stick with you forever. But the trip wasn't over yet. Stick around because we've still got one more day of exploring Shanghai Disneyland.